Hi, I'm Toni Miles, and I'm here at the 2012 Crossroads Film Festival. It all began 13 years ago with just 70 entries. This year, more than 300 films were submitted. Of those, only 130 made the cut, 70 of those with Mississippi ties. Let's take a behind-the-scenes look and talk to some of these filmmakers.
I was the writer, director, DP, and editor, and I co-produced it with my friend Josh Weitz, and he's an awesome producer, so it's kind of good to have him handling the producing side while I worked on the creative side. And also when it's a real personal film. I work on a lot of bigger stuff where I just have one role, but I'm making my own films. I write them because I want to tell my own stories, and I'm also heavily influenced in cinematography, and that's kind of where that's where I want my career to go. So I write and direct my own films, but also DP them too, because it's kind of, to me, I feel like that's like my art. You know, I have my career of being a DP or an AC and doing one job, but my art is making my own films and kind of being able to do as much as I can. But I don't want to do everything, so I like to have people who can do the makeup for me, do the costumes, help with lighting and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely want it to be a collaborative experience, but still be able to do as much as I can. Because Illumination's a pretty personal movie for me in a lot of ways, and I really wanted to bring it to life and, you know, make it as close to my vision as possible. So it was a couple of years ago, and I had an idea just for an abduction story, just kind of a typical abduction, and I wanted to do it like an old Steven Spielberg movie where there's a lot of on-set stuff, a lot of suggestive stuff where you don't really see everything, but you can accomplish a lot with a little, like Close Encounters and E.T. There's a lot of things that are accomplished without special effects, just with traditional techniques. So I wanted to make a film like that, and I applied for the Mississippi Film and Video Alliance Emerging Filmmaker Grant with this script, and was awarded the grant. And once I got the money, I was like, I want to make this better than what it is. And so I kind of reworked the script and made it something more than just an abduction story, to where it's more about a personal man's struggles and his journey towards enlightenment and redemption under these extraordinary circumstances, and also make it a religious allegory and have lots of other themes and things to where on the surface it's an abduction story, but there's a lot more going on with it than just that. So I guess my goal is to make a living doing this. And I guess I like to be known as someone who does a good job and is nice to work with, and you know, I just want to work and make a living doing this. So hopefully I can make the Mississippi Film and Video Alliance grant is a great opportunity for emerging filmmakers like myself who don't have a lot of money or don't have a lot of means to get funding, because it's hard. It's definitely hard to get funding for a movie, and with Illumination I couldn't have done it without a budget, because I'm used to making movies on a $100 budget, $200 budget or less, and with Illumination I needed some money to be able to, you know, pay people's gas. It was a 4-day shoot total, and there's a lot of equipment needs that I needed that I don't have myself, but I needed to pull off some of the more complicated things in the film. So having the grant is definitely a way to really jumpstart someone's project, and I encourage any emerging filmmaker who wants to get into it to apply for the MFVA grant. It's a yearly grant, and they give out as many as they can each year.
My name is Robbie Fisher. I'm the executive producer of a film called Going Toward Love. This is the first, I've produced some documentary films before, but this is my first venture into the world of narrative fiction, short films, and it's very exciting. It's been a lot of fun. I've always been interested in film. It's always been something I wanted to do. I've had other careers, and finally decided as my third career to try to get into film production. So I've connected with Ryan Bowling and Chris Buffkin to work on this film called Going Toward Love, and I've been the executive producer on it, and it's been great. It's been a great learning experience, and it's been a lot of fun. Well, there are a whole lot of things behind the scenes that you wouldn't expect. There are location agreements to work out, there's insurance, there's a lot of the business side of filmmaking that is very much needed, that I enjoy, and it sort of, you know, a lot of people want to be the director or do the creative artistic stuff. I kind of like the business legal side of it. So it's a nice way to partner with exciting filmmakers who have that artistic vision and to do a film together. Well, I knew Ryan and Chris, so I knew the guys behind the idea and the script to start off with. So that was a plus going into it. But we started talking about sort of a common vision and an idea to do a short film here in Jackson, using all Mississippi cast and all Mississippi crew. I read the script. Chris and Ryan had come up with the idea for the concept for the story, but had asked Beth Kander, our screenwriter, to write the screenplay. So, it just all fell together. It was a great idea. It was a great screenplay, and from the beginning, we just took it and went from there and got it done. But it's very exciting. I've been to film festivals before with a documentary called The Gulf Islands, which Mississippi Public Broadcasting produced with them. But this is very exciting to be in Jackson, in our hometown, at Crossroads for the world premiere of this film, Going Toward Love. And it's exciting. Our actors are here, our composer is here, our animal wrangler's here, our dog's not here that was in the film. But it's very exciting to reconnect with everybody. There's a real energy, there's an excitement, and I can't wait for it to be shown on the big screen. Well, some people may cry because it is a very sad film and it's very touching and moving. I hope that it's a very well-received, emotional response to the film. The music is beautiful. The picture, what you see on the screen is beautiful. The color is beautiful. So, and the story's great. So I think there's going to be an emotional reaction from the audience. I hope it's good. I hope it's well received, and I hope that we'll go away from this with people wanting to see more films by Chris, Ryan, myself, filmmakers in Mississippi, in our community. We have a kind of a close-knit community here in Mississippi, and it's kind of fun interacting with different people on different projects. So I hope that all of the films here are enjoyed and that people go away wanting to see more and more films from Mississippi filmmakers. Well, I'm working on a new film, executive producing a film called Head Rush. It's a film written and directed by Johnson Thomason, who's from Starkville, and a lot of people who worked on Going Toward Love and other films that are showing at this festival are working on Head Rush. So it's in production right now in the spring of 2012, and expect that film to be out later in the year. I hope that people will come out and support, come out and enjoy the Crossroads Film Festival, support it, come back year after year. I think there's a lot of energy and excitement this year with some great films. I sense a real burgeoning excitement and growth in the film industry in Mississippi, and I think more and more people could become a part of that and have a great time.